Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is What's in the Box for January 18th, a Friday.
Friday.
I will be at PAX. I will be enjoying PAX. It will be awesome.
I will be at work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't do much of that. I can't help you there. I tried to get you to come with.
I know.
Tried. You said no.
Nope.
Couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Didn't want to go have fun with friends. It's bad.
Yeah. I live a sheltered life.
Yeah, apparently. Away from this.
We have tea and pickles.
We do tea and pickles until I can find something else that is a healthy snack. If by chance you're watching this and you know like uber healthy snacks that we can just kind of munch on and practically do nothing, just fluff nothing, like these pickles. They have zero of everything almost,
just really
except sodium.
High salt.
A lot of salt, but other than that, they're about as good for you as anything can be. So
they're just water.
Yeah, water.
That's why.
But they're good. They're tasty.
A fermented cucumber.
We can sit here and munch on them, and I'm not going to gain 12 pounds doing it, like the cookies that we like to eat. But I would love to eat some cookies. Oh, yum yum. But if you know anything, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know. Get some ideas.
Yep. And you're not a popcorn guy.
Popcorn's fine, but it's not great for you either.
I know, but it's, as I said, it's something. But I remember you not liking popcorn.
I like popcorn fine. I like popcorn at the theater when I can put the salt.
There's a lot of butter and a lot of salt.
No, not butter. Not butter. I don't put butter on my popcorn. I only put the popcorn salt. I'll sprinkle that across the top of it. Woo, doggy, that's good.
Oh, now I want movie theater popcorn.
So I like popcorn when it's with that salt. But that salt. I haven't had anything else that's like that. I know they sell salt, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, have you tried any of the shake 'em thing?
I haven't. I just don't buy popcorn.
Well, I
don't buy it.
You had tried any of them before.
I've tried one of them, and it just wasn't
they had
the same.
Like a white cheddar popcorn.
That's the one I've tried. And it was not. It was.
I just like white cheddar. And then I think I've tried like a ranch one.
I like that. I like the movie theater salt.
Well, yeah,
and that's what I need. That is life. That's what I need. If I'm eating popcorn,
I think they sell it at the theater.
Well, I
could have swore I've seen it.
I don't know. I do not know.
Yeah, I could have sworn. I don't
they
know.
do. Then I probably did buy some, but I don't even know if I need popcorn. I don't know. I don't think popcorn's very healthy for you.
It depends.
Because
technically, it depends on the popcorn. Because my mom, who has diabetes, they told her that popcorn is, depending on the type of popcorn, is considered a freebie. But it depends.
Well, maybe we're eating popcorn. Throw some fluff popcorn out there, and I'm going to find me some movie theater salt. And to get, once again, like, not much in this. A lot of salt. Too much salt.
So you're cutting back on everything and then loading up on sodium.
Lots and lots of sodium. Pickle me. Alrighty. Well,
I'm dying.
Yeah, she is dying. She's pretending to die anyway. Just get out of work. That's all it is.
I'll just sneeze on you. Okay. That's fine. I'll just sneeze on you.
But, as always, let's start off with some what we've been watching. What have you been watching, Amanda?
As far as anything new, nada. I have not seen anything in theaters. The only things I've been watching in general is the old movie The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox.
I don't know this movie.
It's pretty much about, he is a psychic detective.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And of course he's kind of a nuisance though. People don't want him around, but things happen in people's houses, so they call him. And you figure out very quickly, like within maybe the first 5 minutes, that the ghosts that are doing this, he actually knows and he's friends with. So pretty much they get him gigs.
But are they like legit ghosts?
Yeah, they're legit ghosts. Like
what is this called?
The Frighteners. But it's pretty much about
I want to see it now because I like Michael J. Fox a lot.
And this is baby Michael J. Fox.
Well, I understand.
But no, I'm just saying, like it's actually really good. But yeah, he starts seeing numbers on people's foreheads and has to figure out what it means.
That almost sounds familiar. Almost.
But
I need to watch this now because I love Michael J. Fox.
It's really good.
He's
it really is. I mean,
great.
Watching it now, of course, like
I'm sure, but still,
it's dated, but it's
I'm
still
sure
really
it
good.
is, but
it's still fun to watch.
Michael J. Fox is awesome. He was awesome in Back to the Future. He was awesome in like Doc Hollywood.
Yeah,
I love Doc Hollywood. Teen Wolf, when I saw that forever ago.
But yeah, as I said, it's dated but good.
I'm sure
it's funny. That's it. It's a comedy-ish.
Well, that's what he did.
Yeah. Comedy-ish, yeah.
He is comedy. But he was great. It's great.
Other than that, I've been watching Firefly. I think I'm on... Well, if there's only one season...
You've been watching Firefly for like 3 weeks.
Literally, it's because we're watching one episode a night. And
there's only like 10 episodes!
Yeah, well, there's nights in between there where we're not watching them, okay? Like, the last 3 days, I think we watched one episode a night. I'm like, we're never getting through this. I know it's short, but we're never getting through this. I don't like watching my stuff like that. I like binge watching.
No, that's why I love Netflix so much. Binge watching is amazing.
But, we're on, like, disc 2 episode...
I will say, you ever get the opportunity and get back getting your Netflix involved and stuff, you need to get on top of some Maniac.
I know. It's on my list.
It's really good. I enjoyed it. Robert has watched it 3 times through and is trying his darndest to get Sandy to watch it.
Yeah.
Trying so hard to get her to watch it. So...
It's, as I said, it's on my list. As soon as it came out, I put it on my list. And the last thing I watched on Netflix was Bird Box, which I really enjoyed.
I still need to watch that.
You did?
I haven't watched... No.
Oh.
I haven't watched any television at all in the last week. Or like week and a half. The only thing I've done, I've played a little bit of games. I've done a lot of editing and filming and everything else, but I've been too busy. I haven't watched TV.
No,
So I need to watch it. I need to sit down and take the hour and a half and watch it or whatever it is. But I just haven't.
It was worth it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I can get in with the memes.
The memes.
That's
the most awful thing about this. Is because it was actually very enjoyable. The movie was intense. Like, it was a really good movie. But the memes make it so bad. Like, the memes... like, I've literally seen people comment on the memes, well, I'm never watching this. And it's like, dude, the memes have ruined it.
Netflix has already said there was 45 million people watched it in the first weekend.
I believe it.
So, you know what? Netflix is very happy with the performance. I've heard good things about it. I do need to watch it. And I have personally enjoyed the memes quite a bit.
As I said, the memes are funny, but it's just sad seeing people that are saying that they're never going to watch the movie just because it looks ridiculous. And it's like, that's not the point.
So, we did end up going to see Escape Room over the weekend.
How did you enjoy that?
I think Mike enjoyed it most. Sandy really liked it. And I thought it was good. It was enjoyable. It just didn't do what I needed it to do. It didn't have that ending thing that Saw 1. Oh, dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Or he's actually trying to do this to make people better for the greater good almost. He's putting them through these trials and tribulations. This doesn't have that at all. It is, I mean, it's just being done to be done.
Okay.
Unfortunately. And it's just like, it's a cool concept. And the things they have to go through, the things that happen. Yeah, and things that happen are really cool. But there's no, like, purpose or meaning behind it. So it makes it feel empty. But it was still well done. So, and there'll definitely be a sequel. If this movie makes any money at all, they're making a sequel.
As I said, some people just want to watch the world burn.
Some people do. So, other than the very little bit of television we've watched, one day we'll watch Bandersnatch. Because that is a name, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. One day.
Boulder Dash.
Well, something along those lines. We will get around to that. Hopefully, maybe like the weekend?
Maybe.
Maybe.
If the phone thing works out. I'm planning on getting a new phone. Planning.
Make that happen. And we'll both watch it. And we'll come back in next week. We might film 2 episodes.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah.
We are watching San Junipero.
Oh.
I do not care. Even if it has to be San Junipero, and this is a back episode for the next week after that, that is fine. But we are watching San Junipero.
I know you're obsessed with that episode.
I think it's a great episode.
Well, I will find out. It's the next one we watch.
It is.
Okay, then. Calm down.
Ah.
But no, it's going to be weird trying to figure out how to do the whole Bender Snatch thing. Because it's like, it's a choose your own adventure. So obviously we're going to have 2 different ones. Maybe. It's funny because as I said, we're playing a choose your own adventure game, a board game right now. So it's just, I'm hoping it's not as taxing.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. I've tried to avoid things about it. I've seen a few memes with it, and
I actually have not seen anything about it.
I've seen a couple, but for the most part, the plot and the story, I have no idea what it's about. So I'm just trying to avoid it, and I will get around to watching it. It will happen. I'm very curious to see how it's going to play out.
I think, because the choose your own adventure one we're playing right now is pretty much like a mansion that you're trying to figure out what's going on in the basement. So you show up at the mansion yard, and first you have to figure out how to get into the mansion. It's broken up into 5 chapters. You have story cards, and then you have clue cards. And a danger meter, and then a psychic meter. So your danger meter starts at a certain level. If, say, you come to a challenge and you lose, your danger meter goes up, and you lose psychic ability, pretty much. You gain special perks and stuff for having better psychic abilities. But, either way, someone reads the card, reads through the chapter. It's kind of like a book. So you read it. At the end of the card, it tells you decisions. If you want to go to this one, turn to this card. If you want to go to this one, turn to this card. Then it progresses and progresses, and then by the end of it, when you hit that last chapter, it gives you a return point, meaning these are all the places that you can go back to and search for other clues and stuff, because you're collecting items. Your keys, crowbars, weird satellite dishes, just anything. It's really interesting. It's just that sometimes you get to those points where you have to repeat cards 5 times just to get anywhere.
I don't know.
So I'm wondering how similar this is going to be.
I have heard you can't go in circles.
You can't?
Can.
Oh, can. Okay, well then, yeah. It's going to be a legit choose your own adventure.
Well, I'm very curious and very interested to see how it plays out. We'll have to do a very special Breaking Prisms for that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, dun, dun, dun.
Oh, so, what else have you been up to? See,
Nothing.
If you guys
Nothing
watched
exciting.
our Would You If yesterday, we were talking about if you would allow someone to film your life for a year for $1 million. And it kind of brought up, we're boring as hell.
Yeah, we're not. We have things going on, but nothing entertaining. I mean, I play cello, I film and edit and draw the comic, and I just play games, and when I get a chance, me and Sandy watch something, and just a few things, but nothing. There's nothing exciting going on. I spend a bunch of time at work. I mean,
when you just start to feel like you live at work. Even though if you actually sit down and calculate, getting home at 1 and then going to bed at whatever time, that's
well, the thing is, if you calculated how much time you should sleep, and then how much time you have to prep, get ready, drive to work, get off from work, come home, and change into something different. You sleep 8 hours, and then you work 8 hours, and then you have your traditional our place an hour lunch. Then that's 9 hours, plus 8 hours, plus the Well, I get up 45 minutes before I have to be to work. So that's 45 minutes there, and you have to count the drive time and the coming back time. So you're looking at, what, maybe 10 and a half hours for work, plus another 8 hours, so that's 18 and a half hours. Sleep and work.
Yeah, who sleeps 8 hours?
I would say most people would want to. I would want to. Given the opportunity, yeah. I'd love to sleep 8 hours.
If I could sleep 8 hours, that'd be nice.
But ideally, 8
Yes.
hours. Ideally, trying to get sleep. So you look at 18 and a half hours. That's what? 5. That's 5.5 hours a day you get to actually do something else.
So we live to
That's
work,
not including
and we work
like
to live.
groceries, and paying your bills,
We're making up words
and cleaning
now.
up houses and
Spending
chores
time with
and
the
stuff.
puppies and other people's.
It's like you're almost left with no time at the end of the day. Your only true free time is when you're off from work.
As I said, you work to live and you live to work.
Essentially, it just sucks. It sucks.
Unless you're rich and famous.
And then you turn that 5.5 hours a day. We're trying to film podcast, and I'm trying to draw comics. I got to practice the cello, and I try to play some games, but that's hard.
I don't think I can even.
Have a wife I'm supposed to hang out with.
You're supposed to. I don't think I've picked up a game like we watch movies on the PlayStation, obviously, but actually, legitimately sat down and played a game in I don't know how long. We've been playing board games. That's it.
Yeah, we don't play board games unless we have someone to play board games with. Because playing board games with 2 people is...
Well, with the Choose Your Own Adventure one, I think it's... This time around, it's easier to play with only 2 people. Because when you have a group of people and there's a lot of reading involved, unless you're playing like Dungeons and Dragons, where people get super excited about it. Like... It tends to be, so we have to repeat that card again, and a few minutes later, we have to... And then people get annoyed, and then it's like, okay, we're done. We can't do this anymore.
Board games are good with people.
Yes,
They're meant to be played with people.
That and the escape room in a box that I played. Also another one where I think it would have been almost too easy had there been more people.
I mean, it's not a good escape room. There's supposed to be a bunch of people. That's a perfect escape room. Even the movie had a bunch of people.
Okay. I think this is supposed to be 2 to 8 players, I think, for the mystery box, escape room box, whatever.
So ideally, it should very easily accommodate 8 people and should work out fine.
Which it does, except I think, as I said, that many people working on it, looking at stuff, everything like that, I think it would have made it a little less challenging.
Like an escape room.
It's an escape room in a box.
I'm saying it sucks. That's what I'm saying.
You and Sandy are going to have to go through
I've done real escape rooms, and even with us, it was 4 or 5 people. Uber challenging. As in, we didn't actually complete any of them, so...
Well, as I said, I'm going to have to bring it over, and you and Sandy are going to have to play it. Well, I can't help you. I already know everything.
It sucks you only play it once.
It is. It really is. But I guess that's the whole point. Well, I don't know. Can you redo your escape rooms? I mean,
once you know the answers, you know the answers.
well, see, there you go. So
but
it's just...
I paid for one experience of an escape room.
Yeah.
And I'll pay for another experience, Well, I think you should just sell it. You did it the once, you can't play it again. Make some money back off that sucker.
You can't, though. Because, you probably could. We didn't write on any of the papers. We used tracing paper.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as we found out you can't play it more than once, we're like, dude, we're not ruining this thing. But there is one piece of paper that is a old school fortune teller. Meaning you have to fold it.
Yeah.
And you have to fold it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I'm pretty sure this thing has been folded to death. Because at first we were folding it all weird and then we figured it out. And I'm sure probably a hole got worn into it or something. Either way.
It was one time. You sell it. You sell it. 25 for the discount, 30 for the discount, whatever. Sell it.
Technically you could, because I think that specific one is in a blocked box.
I'd say sell it. Make some of that money back. You only got one time experience. Get some of that back, be done with it. Be cool. I really like dill pickles.
Unpopular opinion, but I really like bread and butter pickles too.
I don't think I couldn't eat them like this, but I do like them to a degree.
I love them on burgers.
I've never had them on burgers.
Burgers or a sandwich, like a good sandwich.
Because we've been to Nuke's.
Yeah.
God, I want to go to Nuke's again.
I've never been to Nuke's.
It's good. It was good. It's really good. But there, they have little things up for, they have pickles and stuff sitting out, and they have some bread and butter ones. I've tried them because like, these are actually pretty tasty.
Nope. Oddly enough, will be living around here for I don't know how long. Never been to Nuke's. Never been to Five Guys. Yeah.
We're going to be changing that!
Because we passed it the other day, and I was like, is Five Guys any good? And Chad's like, they are probably the makers of the best burger that I have ever had. And I'm like...
So Chad's been there, but you haven't.
Yeah, because he's lived down here pretty much all his life. He grew up in Long Beach.
We just got Five Guys a couple years ago.
Well, I'm just saying, he's been here longer than I have.
The Five Guys has been here as long, probably a shorter time than you've lived down here.
Either way.
It took forever for us to get Five Guys.
We passed it. I was like, so they're good then? And he's like, yes,
they're good.
But they're expensive.
They are expensive, but they're tasty.
And he's like, he told me something about that if you go with multiple people, you pretty much only one person has to get fries.
Yeah, well, they generally give a lot of fries.
Yeah.
Me and Sandy share a fry. But let's see. Me and Sandy will share a drink, share a regular fry, and then just both get two little burgers or little. You do a little cheese, a little bacon if you want. It gets more pricey. But we do two little cheeseburgers. We put over other toppings of bacon. Anything else going on there for free. And then a regular fry and a drink to share. It comes up to be like $17, $18. So, I mean, yes, it's more expensive than like if you went to McDonald's. But it's not as expensive as if you went to like an actual sit-down restaurant.
Yeah.
So, no, we're changing this.
We can't.
Whether it's a double date and all of us are just doing the Five Guys.
We can't. Because you and your diet. You can't have a burger.
I can't have a burger. On Saturdays, I'm allowed to have a cheat meal. And we will go to Five Guys, have a burger, come back here, and play Catan. Be all kind of new experience for you.
Well, not that I should be making plans for him. But Chad is off this Saturday.
Is she?
Yes. Unless they do like last Saturday and randomly call me.
I'm just saying. It's a good Saturday to make things happen. I think we're going to have... Me and Sandy might have to cheat a little more than we want to. Sandy really wants pizza this weekend.
Oh.
So
I really want pizza.
We'll eat pizza for lunch. Simple little pizza. And then we're all... I gotta talk to the wife. I have to make sure things are cool. But let's see what happen. Haven't been to Five Guys.
I
haven't been to Five Guys. It's been down here for years now.
I have not been to Five Guys. I have not been to Nuke's. And
I mean, Nuke's is good. I enjoy Nuke's, but it is a sandwich shop for the most part.
Yeah. And it wasn't until I met Chad that I'd been to a Steak and Shake.
I've never been to a Steak and Shake.
Oh.
We don't have one down here.
It's in one of the casinos.
I didn't know that.
So, the one that I went to up in Huntsville with him, which is the first one that I ever went to, was amazing. Like, amazing food. The place looked awesome. It still had that old school diner feel to it, everything. The one in the casino is...
I want them to bring here a Portillo's.
What does that sound like?
It is a hot dog shop for the most part. They also do I guess it's roast beef sandwiches. Like the French dip over at McAllister's.
Yeah.
Basically that. But you also get a sausage put in there, and they'll dip the whole thing for you, so you don't have to dip it. But they also make Chicago dogs. I mean, they're based out of Chicago.
Yeah.
So they make hot dogs. They make Chicago dogs, but they have a chocolate cake shake.
Why do I
because I know I've told you about this.
No, it's not that. I've seen it. I want to say one time when I was watching the Food Network, they did a feature on it. So yes, not the chocolate shake, but yeah, or chocolate cake shake, yeah. But
the chocolate cake shake. It's one of my favorite things in the world. It is amazing.
Also, this wouldn't happen to be the same cake shake that, what is it? Gabriel Iglesias talks about in one of his jokes, is it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know who Fluffy is? He's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I've heard
he goes
of Fluffy.
by Fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was talking. He had one joke at one point where he was like talking about going to this place and getting a chocolate cake shake, and this woman, like, he's like, okay, I'll try that, and then she like pulls out like this giant, like huge slice of cake, and he's like, no, and she's like, yeah, this is gonna happen, and then goes over.
Yeah, that's what they do. Exactly what they do.
So
Because they make cake too.
Yeah.
You can get cake as well, but they take the cake, they put it in the milkshake, they blend it together, and you eat it.
Yeah,
and it's so good.
That's the same one he was talking.
Oh my god, it's good. Oh my I'd be much fatter if we had but there's like a bunch of restaurants I want to, or a couple. I like a Portillo's and I want a Sonny's, which they don't quite come this way.
There's a place in Oregon that I went to. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's called Jack's. But I don't remember their food. Like, their food was good, but I don't remember it being, like, spectacular. But the shakes, oh my goodness. They bring it to you in a glass or a mug, I believe. And then anything left over gets poured into one of those metal, just the metal tapered glass or whatever. So you get everything. It's just anything that doesn't fit in your cup, you get a second little cup of it. But their pumpkin pie shake, oh my god. It just tastes like they blended up a pumpkin, okay.
And that is also fun. Places that do stuff really well, that's how they get popular. I mean, that's why Five Guys got popular, because they make really great burgers, but because they also give you a bunch of fries.
Yeah.
Over the years, the bunch of fries have turned into not as many fries.
But I like fries.
I do too. They still give you a bunch, but it's not as much as they used to.
Yeah.
It's gotten smaller portioned.
Because the way he was telling me, he's like, yeah, you don't... If you got a couple of people together, it's fine. Only one of you needs to order fries because they put your food in and then they just fill up the rest with fries. And I'm just like, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, that's nice, but I'm not sure it's lasted this long.
Well, they still give you a bunch, but when I originally had I had been like in the inventory team one year when we traveled, and that's the first time I ever saw Five Guys. We didn't have one here, and when you again, it was like, oh, your thing, and it was like half the bag was just fries. So I was like, well, this is insane. Now it's like, well, they get a cup according to which size fry you get, and that gets filled up, and they stick another scoop of fries in. So you still get a bunch of fries, but not the amount that you used to. So, but they still make, or like Cane's. Cane's is popular because it makes good chicken, and that's why they're popular. They make really good chicken, so the people go there. I mean, now the reason good old Chick-fil-A's gotten popular, it's just based on, one, they do make good food, but they have outstanding customer service.
Yeah, because with Cane's, it's like, menu is simple, just purely simple. Chicken, fries, toast.
I mean, that's what you're getting
really,
with every meal.
Really good. Really, really good. Like
Do you want 3 chicken tenders? Do you want 4 chicken tenders? Do you want 6 chicken tenders? Do you want chicken tenders on toast?
Do you want 3 of them on a bun?
All right, that is the options. Basically, how many do you want? You're getting fries with it.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, talking about all this great food, and I'm sitting here eating dill pickles.
It's not hitting the spot.
No, it's not quite hitting the spot.
Still want to go to the Indian place.
Yeah, we need to go back there. But it's official. We're going to Five Guys now because I can't believe you.
I'm sorry.
Can't believe you. Yeah, I'm in the mood for just a good burger.
I have, and we go elsewhere.
You didn't get a good burger.
I'm sorry that at no point in my life
You got a subpar burger.
Have I been like, wow, I really want a good burger, and Chad go, oh, let's go to Five Guys.
What? You tell me I need to blame Chad. That's what you're telling me. It's Chad's fault. You haven't been to Five Guys.
Yep. I'll go with that. No, another really good place that I like is Firehouse.
The Firehouse
really
makes good
like
subs.
their subs.
No, I think they make the best subs around. Sandy doesn't like them.
Why?
Why we don't go?
Why?
Don't know. Like them.
But she likes Subway.
Much prefer Subway.
But I like Firehouse.
So do I.
They have all the seasonings.
So does Mike.
And all the sauces.
So does anyone I asked about.
To me, okay. Subway, okay, I can understand when you eat it, it makes you feel like you're eating healthy because it's plain, okay? But Firehouse, it's fresh, it's flavorful, it's everything.
Firehouse is a much better sandwich.
Their
much better.
meatball one is good too.
I've only had one from them, period. And I've had it both times I've gone.
Oh.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it, so.
Which one was that one? I can't remember.
I don't remember the hell.
We went the
they have
one day
fancy
with
special
the-
names, and I have to look over the menu again. Like, it's this one.
The ones that I like are I think it's turkey bacon ranch, and then the meatball.
Whatever one I get it deals with mushrooms for sure because I like mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
Yeah. It sounds like a Swiss.
I think it's like a Firehouse. No, it's the name of this place. I don't remember the name. I really don't remember. I'd have to look over the menu. So.
Yeah. Well, what time is it?
Well, we've only been going for about 30 minutes. And we've talked about movies
and food. Lots of food.
A lot of food. The fact that you've been deprived of a good burger.
I'm sorry. I will hopefully cure that and a phone and everything this weekend.
There we go. It's going to be a big weekend.
Bills permitted. How about that Walmart commercial?
How about that Walmart commercial? So I insisted on showing it to you before we got on this because I was going to bring it up. Forgot about it, but I was going to bring it up. Not the hugest proponent of Walmart. Could care less about their commercials ever. But they have one outstanding commercial, which is being shared a lot and popped up in my feed, of their buy online and pick up your groceries for free at the store, which involves them bringing every popular vehicle that I've ever heard of, all displayed into this commercial.
They had everything from Knight Rider to Bumblebee to Jurassic Park to Ghostbusters
to Batman to Scooby-Doo to Steve McQueen to
it looked like
I'm pretty sure the Dogmobile from Dumb and Dumber.
Yep. And I think what
was it Family Vacation?
Yeah, the hatchback, the Volkswagen, the what is it called? Station wagon,
yeah.
Yes, that's
what I thought.
That's why everything flew off
Yeah.
when they drove away. Yeah.
It's just so many vehicles and so many cool, awesome things.
And of course, hilarity ensues.
Oh, that was the Flintstones vehicle.
Yes.
They went all out. Slimer makes an appearance. You get a few dinosaurs. Scooby-Doo's in there.
Yep. And actually, from what I've heard, most people don't even like the pickup service.
I think a lot of people use it.
Well, that's the thing, is that every time you go in there, almost all the pickup spots are full. But I can't remember who I was talking to, I think today or yesterday. They said that almost every person they've talked to about it has had some issue or another with it. Either the stuff that they're getting is the wrong items, or they're getting rotten produce. And when asked about it, the workers are just like, "Well, we just pick off the top and put it in your thing." And yeah. Mm-hmm. And then one, I think it was someone told me that a gentleman had. It was like right before the whole hurricane thing hit. A gentleman had bought like $90 worth of groceries. Right before, and then the hurricane in Florida hit. He wasn't able to get his groceries, and they put his money on hold for an entire month, I think it was. They didn't give him his money back because all their donations went to Florida. So him and his family didn't have groceries, nor did they have money to buy more groceries because it was wrapped up in the whole process.
Yeah.
But no, it's so busy. I'm not surprised.
People still use it a lot. Because every time you go in there, they have people going around with the stacks of carts with blue bins where that's what they're doing. They're grabbing grocery for people. So it's got to be... It has to work good enough.
As I said, it's most likely like any service where you're going to have people who have hit and miss. They don't like it. And then you're going to have a bunch of people who do or don't care enough to... change. It's a convenience thing.
It comes down to more the person giving it to you. The person picking the stuff. Making sure they actually get the right item.
Yeah.
Actually shopping as though they were shopping for themselves to make sure you get something decent.
I don't know if they have substitution rules or anything like that. Like, if you ask for a specific item of a specific brand, if they just slide in the next best thing. Or I don't know, anything like that.
There's some type of substitution thing that I don't know if you. I want to say it might be with all items. You can put a substitute of something else you would prefer if they don't have said item.
Other than that, oh yeah, I can't wait till that comes to our store.
What?
The pickup. The people ordering and us getting it for them.
R. No, not R as in our Walmart, as in our store. No. It'll happen eventually. Supposedly they already tried to implement it once. I just haven't because we can't seem to keep on hand decent. But yeah, so it was a cool commercial.
Yes, it was.
Walmart being whatever it is, they made an awesome commercial.
Which was different. It was different than their... I think the last commercial they had was talking about how specific employees did amazing things, like help during a hurricane. One woman delivered a baby in store.
Again, don't care about Walmart for the most part. I buy my groceries there, yes, because it's cheap, but it was a cool commercial.
It was.
Now, let me make a recommendation. Since I also let you listen to a song before. There is a band called The Devil Music Co. What an interesting name for a band. But they've got some, I don't know how many CDs to this point, but their newest CD came out, I think, last year, 2018. And it's got normal songs on it. My wife's really liking, it's called Sailboat something. And the other one, I think, it's called River. And they're both good songs. They're good songs. But there's one song in particular that is more rapish, I guess is the only way to say it.
It's,
Or was there a better terminology?
Think about going to an underground cafe where the person reads poetry and they have music playing in the background.
Never done anything like that, so I could not possibly tell you what that's like. You're going to have to take her word on that, because I have no idea.
It's more lyrical word. Like, it's not exactly rapping, but just...
I agree that's not the right word for it, but
It's it's like right there in my brain. Think what's it called when someone does... Oh my God. Remember Boy Meets World?
Okay. Yeah, I know the show. Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when Corey and Topanga had their first school project together? It was like the first time that... It's the first time that they actually like did anything together.
No.
No?
No.
Well, interpretive dance. That's what it was. But this is interpretive... Well, okay.
What a long, roundabout way to getting into a description of this song.
It's because Corey is sitting there at his kitchen table and he's reading this poem or this pretty much this written word that she has created. And meanwhile, she's over there just doing random arm movements and she takes lipstick out and makes this weird circle on her face.
I do remember this.
Makes a peace sign or something like that. And then he like looks up from the paper at her and she just smiles at him and he's like, yeah.
I can remember this.
But it's like, it's pretty much, it would be the equivalent of interpretive dance except without the dancing. So it's just...
Interesting way to describe it.
I don't know.
No matter what, it is a fantastic song. It's called Talk to Me. It is an amazing song. They have two other songs. I'm just going to throw out the names if you want to look at it. Or this particular style, this one particular guy, Alec Bateman, is featured on these three particular songs on, I think, 3 different albums of theirs. The first one's Talk to Me. The second one is Tie Me to Earth. And the last one's called Doomed. So, they're really good. I like the style. I like what he's saying. I enjoy the music. It's really good. So, recommend anybody who got 40 minutes into the show to make some attempt to maybe go listen to it.
I recommend it as well. It's one of those ones where you sit and listen, like you actually listen to it. Listen to what he's saying. Listen to how the music kind of just emphasizes everything, but it's not the key point. It's just how he feels is clearly pushed through his words.
Yes. The whole purpose behind this is the lyrics to the song.
Yes.
All of the lyrics.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, but it is worth listening to.
Yes, it's a 5.5 minute song. And don't get discouraged from the first 7-8 seconds.
Yes.
Because for whatever reason, they decided to start the song off with this preacher guy talking about
hellfire and there's no...
Whatever goes to hell stays in hell.
Yeah.
So, for whatever reason, they start that way. But the song is amazing.
Also, don't get discouraged right away when, like, he opens pretty much like, talk to me about God.
Yes.
Because it's not like a super... I don't know how you say it. Some people are going to be turned off because they're going to be like, oh, so it's a religious song.
First it starts off with Preacher Man talking about going to hell, and the very first word is, talk to me about God.
Yeah. So
which is not necessarily really what the song is about.
But
it's a strong opening sentence, opening words to a song.
It's literally, talk to me about anything.
Yes.
Talk to me about what moves you, what interests you, what just makes you feel anything.
Yes.
And for a lot of people, that's their religion. That's God. And then it's like, talk to me about why you don't believe in. Talk to me why you do believe in. Talk to me about spirits and everything. Just everything possible.
That's the song. It's talk to me, period.
Yes.
The title of the song is exactly what it is.
Yes.
Talk to me.
It's like, I'd rather talk about this than nothing.
Yes. Yeah. Talk about life. Talk about anything that's not small talk.
Yeah.
Small talk sucks. It's nothing special. It's nothing fancy. It's what you do to get by in your day to day. But it's not interesting. It's not going to progress you forward. It's not going to do anything.
Tell me when is the last time that you actually had a conversation with someone that wasn't just, hey, how's it going? Oh, how's work? Oh, that's nice. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? Oh, okay. Well, I gotta head out. Or like, oh, did you see this thing on Facebook? Okay. And that's pretty much where the conversation starts to die down. You just start the next day, exact same conversation. And the next day, and the next day. It's like, no. I witnessed something amazing today. I was sitting at Barnes & Noble, and it was the smallest thing, but to me it was beautiful. There was this older woman, these two elderly ladies-ish, standing in line. One orders something, and then she goes to sit down. And the next person, the other lady, is waiting, and they call the first lady's name, and the second lady picks up her cup. And the first lady sees her and is like, oh, is your name this too? She's like, no, but I knew that you were ahead of me, so I figured I'd just bring it to you. And so she brought it down, sat it down, and went and got hers. And the first lady was like, well, thank you so much. And when she picked up her cup and turned around and started walking, the lady's like, hey, why don't you join me? And she's like, okay. So just these two people, no idea who each other are, just nothing, all because of one cup. Just sat down and had a conversation.
I wish there could be more of that. The random interactions you see or have with people. And not everyone wants that, but it's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
You see someone wearing a shirt. Like, I love that thing. Whatever that thing is,
yeah.
I love that thing. And apparently, this other person also likes that thing.
Yeah.
Whether it be a shirt, a beanie, a hat, a tattoo,
yeah.
Whatever it is, like, that's awesome. And it'd be awesome if more people were willing to just pause for a moment to maybe get to know someone who you could possibly become decent friends, or it could lead to something or lead to nothing, but it could be interesting.
And that's the thing, is that at Barnes & Noble before, when I was pretty much living there, because I had to wait there for hours on end, is I would see the same guy in there every day working on a laptop. And at one point in time, I had to use the restroom and I had a bag. And I was like, hey, do you mind if I leave my bag here? I have to use the restroom. Like, can you just make sure no one takes off with it? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. Came back, everything was fine. I was like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. The next time I saw him, I sat at one table, he was sitting at another table, and I was reading a Stephen King book. I don't remember which one. It might have been when we were reading the Dark Tower series the first time around. And he's like, is that a King book? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, is that from the Dark Tower series? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I can't remember if he said he's like, I still haven't gotten around to that one. He's like, I have so many other books that I've been reading, but I have read a lot by King. And I'm like, oh, okay, which one's your favorite? I think it was when I was reading It. And he was like, oh, have you read this other book by him? And just like, so once again, started a conversation. So the next time I was in there, we actually sat at the same table and sat there and just talked books and movies and everything going around. At some point in time, like maybe a week had passed, and we were talking about space and spiritual energy and just like if we believed in ghosts, and just these giant conversations about like psychology and like psychics and stuff like that. And it's just like that can start from one conversation. One.
It needs two more. Because there's a lot of interesting people out there, and everyone needs to be able to just breathe and talk about anything that's not superficial.
Yeah.
Let's get to something a little deeper, something with a little bit more meaning, something that interests you. And no, maybe not everyone's going to be interesting to talk to, but it'd be cool to be able to make those conversations more.
And that's the thing, is that occasionally when you have a conversation with somebody, they may bring up something that you used to love and you don't even think about anymore. And suddenly you're like, wow, I should get back into researching that. Like, someone's like, oh yeah, like I wanted to watch the meteor shower, and I saw these, and I've been to this place. And you're thinking, wow, I used to love astronomy. So it's like, maybe I should get back into that. And then you start researching more, and then you have something else to talk to them about. Or maybe that's the end of the conversation and you never see that person again. but it's that little spark that they put into your day, into your life, that makes it worth it.
Mm-hmm. Really need more of that. That's all I can really say. Need more of that. It's hard to bring up conversations to random strangers and
we all have those
best.
awkward phases where we sometimes have those awkward approaches to people, or in these days some people might take it the wrong way, like, oh, is this person hitting on me, or just like...
That's the issues. I've considered speaking to certain people just about certain things, little things, wearing a tattoo or something.
Yeah.
At least say cool shirt or whatever it is, and I have a few times.
Yeah, I do that.
It doesn't go anywhere, but it'd be nice to be able to try to do something more. Now, with your particular instance, it was because you were both going to the same place, so it made it easier to interact for a longer period of time than nice shirt.
Yeah. But that's the other thing, is it's also not just about conversation. It's also branching out and letting people know that, hey, I see your interests, you're not alone. Like, if someone's buying a shirt, yes, it's because they like it, but it's also because they want to show that they like it. Mm-hmm. They're just outwardly being like, hey, this is my thing. And so when someone else walks up and is like, hey, that's my thing too, it's like, even just that small spark of, dude, that's an awesome shirt, that's enough for someone to be like, well, thank you. Or if it's a tattoo, be like, people get tattoos for personal reasons, but a lot of times, being that it is on their skin, people are going to see them. It has a story to tell. That's why you get a tattoo most of the time. Is because it means something to you. So you want someone to be like, hey, that's a cool tattoo. What does it mean? Or, oh, that's just a really nice tattoo. And someone would be like, thank you. And then, oh, this actually stands for this. And then, even as brief as the conversation might be, just the fact that you noticed something about that person could mean the world to them. For all you know, they could be having a really shitty day, and just because you noticed one little thing about them that shows how their interests, their likes, their beliefs, their anything, that just could mean so much to them that it continues further.
Which brings me to the next particular thing. It's so hard getting friends. Because all this stuff, like, yeah, it's awesome and everything, and it's cool that it could possibly lead to a friendship. Oh, common interest is what leads to things and people liking or doing things and blah, blah, blah. But it's so hard to find people who are willing to do anything that is friendship at all. It is so difficult.
I will say only this, that I think getting friends, or at least meeting people, is a lot easier now than it was pre-social media. Just because even if you meet someone in a brief moment and you're like, wow, that's awesome, I like the same things, hey, here's my Facebook, I'll catch you later. And
but
then,
see, you say this, I'm talking about actually, like, friends that actually would like to do something at any period of time ever. You know how people I have on my Facebook that I know? And maybe every once in a while there's a brief interaction, but nobody ever wants to actually do anything.
That's also people.
Anything.
We're all sheltered.
It's so hard getting people over. We barely invite anybody over to play games anymore. Why? Because nobody shows. We have so many people. They're like, oh, that sounds good. You set it up, and then the day up, I can't make it for whatever reason. And you invite someone enough times, and they say yes, and they bail on you.
Yeah.
Or they just say, oh, I'm not available. You eventually like, okay, I guess that's a definite no.
Yeah.
It's just annoying.
Are you hinting at things? Huh? You hinting at things?
We're going to get you around here one day. We're going to get you one day.
I feel threatened. I'm leaving.
There's a lot of people, and it's like, if you didn't want to, just say no.
Just be like, hey.
It'd be so much easier. If it's not your thing, or for whatever reason, if we ain't good enough friends that you actually want to come over at all, let me know. Let's just get this over with.
Like, you're cool to talk to when you're way the fuck over there. Just...
It's like nobody wants to do anything with anyone ever.
I don't know. It's that busy life you talk about.
Yeah, except I would make time to do things with people because that's all I technically want to do is do things with people. Hence the podcast. It's like I like doing things with people. Hence why every podcast I've technically done has all been around someone else. I mean, things are easier with multiple people. Things are fun having multiple people. Conversation's good when you have two sides of it.
I don't know. I have pretty good conversations with myself. Oh my god.
So it's just...
I'm dying.
It's hard. It's very, very hard. Nobody actually wants to do anything. Nobody actually wants to hang out. Nobody wants to be friends.
Who needs friends these days? What are friends?
Yeah, well, friends that come knocking at my door if I ever start making money with this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. I guarantee, this gets popular at all. Where we're like, oh, we're looking to hire some extra people to help us out with the podcast. Friends that will come from across the land.
I don't even know you. You don't even go to the school.
People come out of the woodwork when it...
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just the same like when people win the lottery and shit. It's like suddenly that great aunt 5 times removed you've never even heard of shows up. Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. It's a bit annoying.
We just have to be more fun. We have to take our podcast exciting places.
It wasn't even really about the podcast. It was just the fact
I
people,
know. It was friends and people being stupid. People being lazy.
What I really want is to have another game night, but not board game, like video game night. We used to do that a little bit. Get a few people over and play like multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Or like couch co-op multiplayer games.
Yeah.
So much fun. Get some Towerfall going. God, I love Towerfall. I love Towerfall. It's so much fun. Super competitive. Just going out there and trying to shoot each other. Having a great time. Just hanging out, playing a game.
Like the old days of when Halo first came out.
Good old Halo. Good old Halo.
That was the last time they made me the truce monkey.
What? Who? What?
There was 3 of us. I didn't really want to play. I'm like, that's fine. You guys go ahead. I'll just... No, you have to play. You have to play. You'll be the ref. You'll be the truce monkey. You'll let us know, like, who actually, So, they started off just going back and forth. They were too evenly matched. So, their plan was, well, we can't beat each other. Let's go after her. So they started attacking me, and I was pissed. I was like, this is...
What game are we talking about?
Halo.
I have no idea what this is. I know what Halo is, but I don't understand this Truce Monkey game competitive.
No.
I don't know what we're talking about.
No, okay.
I'm confused.
We were playing Halo. Okay?
Yes.
There's 3 of us. Okay. They were playing... I was just observing, pretty much.
Oh, you were in the game observing.
I didn't really want to play. I was just observing in the game. And they're like, you can just follow around, or you can do whatever, and you'll be able to be the third eye to let us know if, anything was fair or not fair. I'm like, fine.
It's a game. There's counts. There's things. I mean,
either way.
Anyway.
They were too evenly matched, so they started stalking me and trying to kill me. So I hid in a bush, and anytime one of them walked by, I just came up behind them and then just went back to my little hiding place. Yeah.
I enjoyed getting a Halo. That was my bachelor party. It was a Halo.
Yeah.
It was a landlined or whatever it was called. Land
Yeah.
cabled Halo. It was fun. It's a good time.
Games. I haven't played games in so long.
You can check. Come over. We play some play some Towerfall.
I haven't played it.
It's the easiest mechanic to get a hold of. It really is. If you ever played any 2D side scrolling at all, it's a 2D game. You jump around on platforms, and you move with the left joy. You aim with the right joystick, your little arrow, and you try to shoot the other people with your arrows.
Oh, interesting.
You only get like 3. You can pick up to like 6 or 7, but you have to get those from the other people. When you shoot it, it stays wherever it got shot. You have to go collect the arrow.
Geez.
So you can continue to try to shoot people or collect their arrows. So it's really simple. Just move, jump. And they have a dodge ability. You can catch arrows in midair. It's so much fun. Super competitive.
Okay.
Sanji's actually quite good at it.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's a great game. And if you ever get a PS4, you have to get Celeste. I'm sure I've mentioned it, or I think I have.
I believe so. I love how many evers you put in there.
Ever, if it ever happens in a million years, somehow magically. But Towerfall, the guy who made Towerfall also made Celeste.
Oh, okay.
Towerfall is a cool, fun multiplayer game. Celeste is probably the best platforming game I've ever played, but other than it being excellent platforming, it tells a fantastically great story. It has like real meaning, and the game being hard is a part of the story and why what you're doing and how you're doing it and what the purpose of the game is. Really fantastic.
One day, over the rainbow.
If anybody's made it an hour into this podcast and you like games at all, get Celeste. It was nominated at the Game Awards. It was awesome. Don't die.
Sorry, the pressure is building.
Don't die.
So it's starting to push up into my head.
Not like this. Not like this.
Good luck.
Huh? Good luck? Alright, well. As late as it needs to be, I guess we'll call it here. It's been a good hour. And on Celeste.
I think we went on to some weird place. This is a weird show. Like, literally half the time when we talk, it's food, movies, some music thrown in there, suddenly inspirational thing that no one ever hears.
That came from the music.
And then we just go back into some random topic and then end.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is.
So if you guys made it this far, we love you.
Oh, I think we decided like 2.5 of you. What?
Oh, I hear...
The puppy is probably dreaming.
Oh.
Probably. Or pretending to slightly bark because they think there might be something outside. They're not sure, but you never know.
Okay, well, I'm dying. So.
Anyways, as always, you can reach me at Stars Untraveled. Reach Amanda at KZPup. Reach the show at Beyond Our Focus.
Get out.
On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and podcast services around the globe.
Maybe.
We don't know, but I like to say it anyway.
Yeah.
Or pretend it is. Like the channel. Throw a subscription up there. We'd love some more subscribers. We had a fancy comment on our Breaking Prisms. So it'd be nice if they watched anything else, or if they wanted to subscribe at any point. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we now that Black Mirror kind of hit it off, we've gotten a lot of
a lot more views.
a lot more movement, at least with the Black Mirror episodes.
Yes.
So if you guys are with that crowd, you can say it again.
I don't remember the name of it since the new movie for Black Mirror has come out.
I was waiting for you to say Boulder Dash again. I
couldn't think of it. I can remember Snatch, but I don't remember the first.
Snatch.
Bender
Snatch.
Bender. Like Bender from Futurama. Bender.
Boulder Dash.
It's hard. It's very difficult.
The new Black Mirror full-length choose your own adventure movie. Boulder Dash.
Whatever it is. But, alrighty. Y'all enjoy. Till next time, long days and pleasant nights.